Hello everybody, welcome to Guitar Paradiso on Andertons TV. I'm Pete.
And I am Paul.
Indeed.
And I'm back.
We're back, we're back, and we are not wearing the shirts. We should wear the shirts really, but we'll do it in the next video. Just because it is Paradiso.
I do need the Hawaiian shirt.
We do need to get you a Hawaiian shirt.
Send some Hawaiian shirts in.
Exactly.
I can't find one. I've looked everywhere.
Well, it's not that
Bottom
difficult to
Hawaiian.
find, actually. I've got about 20 of them now or something like that. I think once you start picking one up, then you pick another one up, and then you start wearing them, and then you start thinking, am I cool or not cool? And then you think, shall I grow a beard? And then, you know, shall I wear flip-flops on top of my socks? And shall I have a sip off jeans? And then you go, no, I should not do that. I think I'll keep it at the Hawaiian shirt.
Share the details of your Hawaiian shirt supplier. Or send some Hawaiian shirts in.
I think mine is eBay.
You can't buy Hawaiian shirts in Newcastle.
Really? I'm not surprised. But you can on eBay. Top tip. Anyway, we're looking at some new Vox amps, aren't we?
Yes.
I know we've got a cabinet behind me here that says Marshall on it, but that's because we wanted to plug it into a 4x12. Just to kind of give it, just see what that sounded like.
Yeah. But so I have the AC15 head.
Yeah, and I have the AC30.
Yeah, so it's the custom. So the AC15 is really the Vox amplifier that started it all.
Yeah.
So 1958, I guess. You know, Vox came out, a lot of people started using their amps. John
Yeah.
Lennon played in quite a famous band. Later they needed a lot more power, so they came up with the AC30.
Yeah.
So that's the amp that you have there. And the AC30 is just one of those classic, absolute classic amplifiers that's been used by everybody. It would probably be easier to name the people who haven't used an AC30.
It's everywhere, isn't it? I've one good example is Brian May, which has got an AC30, and he absolutely he crank everything up, and then he puts a plate on it or something. He's got 6 of them or whatever. And I've seen him live, and it's so loud, but it's so great.
Yes.
And it's all kind of just volume controlled.
And it's so, I mean, the great thing for me about Brian May is it's just such a distinctive sound he has.
Exactly.
When somebody, I think, I just come out with their own guitar sound and it's just instantly recognisable as them. I mean, that's.
But I think also that's something to do with his guitar and how he plays and all this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's the coin. It's the not the money that he has, but the actual.
He's a professor, isn't he?
Sorry,
he's a professor or something, isn't he?
I thought you said he's a professional.
No, he is a professional. Yeah.
He's a professional as well.
He is.
But yeah, he's a professor of astronomy, I believe.
He's and he looks like one as well. Anyway, I'm a big fan. So that's
and he also likes badgers and foxes.
I know he's.
And Anita Dobson from EastEnders fame. You remember EastEnders?
I don't.
Did you ever have EastEnders?
Actually, I've been in EastEnders.
Oh, wow.
Don't go back and look on YouTube for that, but I've actually been in EastEnders a few
Dirty
times.
Pete.
Dirty Pete and the boys. So these amps are new. The heads are new, and that's why we're doing a video of them. Yeah. And
it's kind of new old, isn't it? I mean, it's what they've done really is they've gone back to the way that the amps were originally. They kind of deviated away from that, added a whole bunch of extra features in that, and now we've kind of gone back to kind of.
It's been kind of
AC15 classic sound, EL84s. EL84s in both of them actually as well. And I believe your amp has an effects loop on as well, so it has one of the newer features on as well.
And it's been kind of a bumpy ride. I used to have a 1968 like Vox, but not a top boost, so a really old one, which was great. It was very temperamental and all this different stuff because it was old, and I did loads of gigs on it. It sounded great. Yeah. But they've kind of been in and out, and other companies been owning them, and this history's kind of sort of. Yeah, it's been kind of in and out,
absolutely.
And various different things, and then they did modelling amps for a long time, and now they're back to these things, and playing them now, they sound great, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Korg own them now, don't they? It's still Korg after all those years. And I do remember years ago actually going to China and being there in a particular PA company's factory, and actually all the Vox amps were coming off the production line many years ago. Yeah, and it was really impressive how they were actually testing them all. I mean, it's every single amp. There was a Chinese guy in a booth just blasting away all day long. That's just trying out different amps in a production line, going through this little booth that he had. It was it's quite an impressive thing to see. So that was a long time ago now. Awful long time ago. Although not in 1958, I hasten to add.
Anyway, so there's some new features on these amps. There is an effects loop in the 30, and there's also they've got these new attenuator.
Yeah, the reactive attenuator. Yeah. Yes. So I mean, it's just the idea is that it just means that you can play your amp at bedroom levels.
0.3 on this one, 15 and 30.
Three different. I think they're slightly different on the AC15. We'll have to have a look around the back of that there. But because I mean, obviously, valve amplifier, the valves need to be working hard to get you that sound, and particularly with old style amplifiers like these. And this just enables you, the power amp and the power tubes, to actually react with each other. Reactive. Yeah, and actually give you a more realistic, loud sound, but without driving your neighbours crazy, which can be a problem. Because a Vox AC30 is quite loud.
It's very, very loud. Mine was very loud. And these have got reverb in them as well.
Yes.
They didn't used to, did they?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, no. And we have tremolo in there as well. So
tremolo, reverb, and so we'll just do a close-up on the caps. You can see on the back of them there's like a reverb tank in there in the back stuff. Yeah. But what I think we need to do is that we can start with Paul playing something, and what I'll do is I'll simply just tweak the knobby jobbies on the top of the amp while he plays something with a clean sound, and then we can kind of hear what we get out of it. So we do that. All right, guys. So let's plug in. We just had to rejig some things and put a camera back here so you can see, because for all the Vox, as you know, all the knobs on the top, the knobber jobbies. So what I'm going to do is Paul's going to play when I tell him to play. And then you get the camera angle onto there, and he plays. I'll just twiddle with some knobbies, and then we see what happens.
You two little knobby jobbies.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind me.
Behind you. That's
and let us know when let us know when to play.
Anyway, you won't see that. You will see the top of the amp, and we've got a little switch for the tremolo. We'll do that. We'll do that in the end, and we'll start. Okay, here we go. So that was kind of a wide spectrum of tones, from clean with a reverb, with some overdrive when you put the volume up all the way, and then sort of bring the master volume in.
Yeah, that was
so you get that sort of crunchy tones up to almost kind of a distorted.
Yeah, it was pretty high gain. I was more high gain than I would have expected to heard from her.
Yeah, and that was all in 15. So what we'll do really quickly is, if you kick in the tremolo, I think that sounds nice. That sounds now nice. That sounds now is nice for that. So let's have a listen to some of the tremolo. Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Lovely tremolo there. Reverb is lovely. It's not too overpowering.
Yeah. And it has that Vox kind of kick to it. As well as a real kind of punch that you can feel from a Vox amp.
Definitely.
Sometimes when you have them loud, it's like one of those amps that almost seems to anticipate the note that you're going to play.
Yeah, so it's very reactive, isn't it?
So you almost have to be careful. It's like it's almost ahead of you and what you're actually going to play. Yeah. Very, very responsive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. Great. Hit off the reverb, the tremolo, and then I'm just going to try to take down the... As we go, as you play, I'll take the attenuator and put it all the way down and then click it up 3 steps, alright?
Yeah, cool.
So let's try that. you can hear, you can take it down to bedroom levels, which is great. So it's a 2x12 maxing cap here, with the greenback speakers here.
Cool.
I think.
That sounds great, and that felt like a real valve amp all the way down there.
That's it. Yeah. Let's just quickly do the normal channel. So where you bypass because there's a normal channel and then there's the top boost channel. Just gonna switch it over into the normal.
Okay.
And then just see what that sounds like. I think then it's only the tone cut control that works. So let's go.
Cool.
That's right.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Sounds like a Vox.
It does sound like a Vox.
It sounds loud, it sounds quiet, and it retains all those classic kind of sounds that you would get as well.
Great. Right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the other one. Just do the same thing.
Okay.
This time we'll just sort of run through it quickly.
Yeah.
In a similar way.
So same kind of thing. EL84s. It was just put together in the late 50s just to compete with all the American amps that were coming in as well. So they just needed that AC15 sound.
Yeah.
But they needed to be loud because all those bands had so many screaming fans there, and they had no PA systems.
So, a band, when you look at some of the the gigs they did, it was only Vox amps.
Yeah.
And just 80,000 screaming girls.
Absolutely.
I don't get anybody could hear anything.
No, I don't. Well, I don't think they could they? I think there was always that thing where they just almost pretended just to get through it, almost like so. It's a good job.
That's what you get, of course.
It's a good
Every
job.
time you do a gig, he gets the same thing.
They're all waiting outside right now.
Exactly. Are they?
Yeah. Can you not hear them? Can you not hear them?
Can you not hear them? Listen.
Dub some audience in.
Cool. Let's move on. We'll move on to the next. I'm just going to move the camera over, and then we'll do the AC30, which is on the Marshall 4x12 cap. Oh, thank you.
Had to finish that.
Well, that was exactly. There was a lot. There's a lot again, as you could see on the camera. I just twiddle around a bit, and you can use the volume again S, and the master volume up. So you take that down, you put that up, you get some overdrive on it. There was a bit of reverb. This one has got a tone for the reverb. So at some, if you go back, you can hear sort of turn the tone down of the reverb, so it gets more sort of that sort of browny, kind of really dark kind of reverb, which is nice as well.
Sounds great, but still sounds like a Vox.
It still sounds like a Vox. It still sounds.
Sound,
it's got much more, because I didn't get to turn that up all the way. That's when the attenuators come in.
Yeah,
because it's just too loud.
It's loud in the room already. Yeah. I mean, there was no pedals on there at all.
No pedals at all. It's just straight in. You get the clean tone. And let me just go back up straight quickly. Let's keep the tone that we had here, and I'll turn the attenuator down, and then see if we can get like a tone out of it.
What?
A tone. Alright?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do we want any pedals for this piece?
No, not at the moment.
No? Okay.
I think we'll try to put some pedals on in a minute and see what it does.
Okay.
But now we're just trying to hear the amp and, because everybody's got favourite pedals.
Yeah.
They put in front. We like to put some in front here, but let's try it. Let's see. I'll do that now. Here we go.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and we're in the top boost.
Okay.
High gain. Nice. So I was just flicking through the attenuator. Yeah. You can hear it went all the way down to 0.3 and then there's 15. And I think on the 15 it works better. You get some better drive tones out of it. I seem to hear. I don't know what you think.
I that felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I felt particularly the start, whatever setting you had on the start. I felt.
It's kind of, you can see up what I've done there. So I just fiddle around a little bit. So and that was I took the plug out, put it into low gain and all that sort of stuff. Let's try the normal mode in the amp.
Now that's a crazy sound, but I like it.
That's that's everything on full on 0.3 watts.
Okay, cool.
And normal mode.
Let's do that again.
Go for it. Man, there's a lot of tones there.
It is. Yeah.
That's enough playing. I think you really need to come in and try them out in the shop for yourself. For different cabs. And the great thing about heads is that you can basically just put it on any cab you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like we've done here. Yeah. So it's always. But I've always really liked heads for that very reason. You can just take them and it's nice and compact and use what's there.
Exactly. So anyway, that's the AC30. Is it CH? Is it?
Yes.
Is it a custom?
Yes, the custom one. A custom CH, custom head.
Custom head. And
the clues in the name, clues in the title.
Exactly. And the AC30 here as well. And I think they're great amps, but you really need to try them out yourself, I think.
Yeah.
And
sound great, look great, loads of heritage there as well.
It does look great, doesn't it? That whole sort of thing. Oh, we didn't hear the tremolo. Let's just kick tremolo in and see what it sounds like. This is nice. Okay guys, so there you have it. That was the Vox amps, and come and try them in the shop. They're in there now. So Guitar Paradiso, Vox AC15, AC30 heads. My name is Pete.
And I'm Paul.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.